Hello, everybody, and welcome to the TeacherCast App Spotlight. My name is Jeff Bradbury. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you for making TeacherCast your home for professional development. I have a question to start off the show today. Are you looking for something fantastic for your students? Are you looking for a great way to quickly do assessments on whatever topic you're doing today? And are you looking for students to have fun using technology? My guest today has an answer for all of those questions. I want to bring on today Francesco Busiello from a great company that is not only providing real-time formative assessment, but doing so in a way that all students are able to learn. Francesco, how are you today? Welcome to the program.
Hi, Jeff. Thanks for having me on.
Now, you have a fantastic solution here that not only is enabling students and teachers to work together in real time, but to really put the technology in the hands of the students. Tell us what you're here to talk about today.
Well, yeah, so Zzish is a way for us to finally bring technology in the classroom for teachers and students to finally be able to use all these amazing devices we have these days in a meaningful way inside of a classroom and for homework, but in general from a whole educational point of view, which is not currently being used particularly well currently.
And I noticed that, especially as we're working, teachers across the country, people are looking here for just a solution to do something with. They don't want to set up everything, overnight. They don't want to spend a lot of time. They just want to teach the lesson. Tell us a little bit about Zzish. How did it start? And what can teachers expect from it?
Right. So Zzish started as a way to provide actually educational app developers with sort of technology, the real-time technology that allows you to use apps in the classroom. And it sort of morphed into this amazing tool for teachers. What we have, basically we have apps, including our own Quizalize, which is quite popular, and allows teachers to use these apps in the classroom and in a meaningful way. So we've come a long way. We've been around for about 3.5 years now. We've worked on our technology for most of that time. And we're finally... we're at the point where we are super happy with our product, and we have those teachers who are super happy with our product as well, using it in classrooms and making their lives easier.
So we're talking here about Zzish, and you can find more information out about Zzish over at Zzish.com, and that is Zzish.com. Tell us a little bit about this platform. Is this something that a teacher signs up for, or is this something that a school district needs to sign up for?
We provide both solutions. We have lots of individual teachers signing up. We also have schools and districts who are signing up as a group, but it's free for a teacher to sign up. So we have plenty of individual teachers. You can just go on it, just sign up and get started in 5 minutes. And
because this is an assessment tool that is kind of in the place of a fun, entertaining game type environment, what grade levels would you say are perfect for Zzish?
We have actually plenty of teachers all across the age spectrum, from primary school to high school to higher education as well. So it works across all levels, and we have different ways to deal with students depending on their age as well.
I bet this works really well in either a BYOD or one-to-one environment.
Oh, definitely. It really helps if you have your own devices, of course, to get that sort of real-time classroom activity.
And does it work across all devices? iPhones, Android, tablets, anything like that?
Yeah, it works across, it's a web application, so it works across any device which has a web browser, Android tablets, phones, iOS, computers, Chromebooks, the whole lot.
That's fantastic. Could you give us a little demo?
Yeah, sure. And here is Zzish. I'll just show you a quick demo. What we see here, we have our teacher dashboard here waiting for players, it says here. And now I'm also playing as a student this activity in this window over here. And this teacher has assigned this quiz to this class, and now as a student I will join this class and play the quiz, and we'll see what happens. So I'm going to join this class, and now this is our simple way for primary students to log in, which is you just add your name to a list. In this case, I'm the first student, so I will add my name, Francesco, and here I have created my account. So here I see that I have this activity that's been assigned to me by the teacher in Quizalize, which is one of the applications that plugs into Zzish. I'm going to press the start button, and I'm going to launch this activity. And you can see right there that I've already appeared on this dashboard over here. And you can imagine if you have 10 students on each side, this gets quite exciting. It's kind of a team game view. And as I answer questions wrongly or not, I will move across the screen and get cumulative points for my team. So if you have 10, 15 students on each side, this gets very exciting. This is sort of the way we make formative assessments fun, is that we provide a way to gamify them. But really, like what we really think it's transformative is that we can show all of this data to the teacher in real time. Things like, if I now get this question wrong, I will instantly show up here from doing well to not doing so well. And this, if you have 20 students in the classroom, you can see in real time what's happening. And as a teacher, you can provide the help that they need right there and then in the classroom. But if this was done for homework, you could always look at it later, and you could provide students with that sort of help, individual help that they might need. So that way, we try to save time for teachers. You don't have to write the paper test and have to take it home to mark it. You can actually just look at this information, and that's all in real time, all pushed to Zzish, which allows you to spend your time teaching rather than spend your time with paperwork. So I'm just going to keep playing this quiz, and as I get things wrong or get things well, I will move around. And we also show a few more things. We have what we call a spreadsheet view. So again, this is just a list of questions in a grid. If there were more students, you would see a lot more students here. This is also in real time. So as I answer questions, they will pop up here as well. And so we're kind of trying to give the teacher a way to get this information and basically use something that you might use for revision, or you might just tell your students to do at home or in the classroom, and something that you can actually get data from in an insightful way, not just a lot of information that you have to parse through and understand. So I'm going to keep answering a few more questions, and you can see this one in real time. I want to show a few more things. So for example, here we can show you all the questions for this quiz. This is a multiple choice quiz, but we also support a lot of other quizzes, video quizzes and linking quizzes, sorting quizzes. And what this shows you, it shows you how those questions break down at a question level. So you'll be able to see, for example, I got this one wrong. And this view allows you to see what generic misconceptions your students might have. So say, for example, if every single student, all the students answered this to this particular question, you can address that straight away and know that, actually the Babylonian civilization was in between these two rivers. And so that allows you that flexibility to be able to do this, right there and then, to be able to use during the same lesson, during the same time you're doing this activity, you're able to address these problems that students might have. I also want to show you a couple more things. So I'm going to load here a demo class that we have. And what this allows you to do is it allows you to basically track students over time. So we have a thing called the gradebook, which is pretty self-explanatory. Here you can see we've done a lot of quiz-like activities in the classroom. And here are my students ordered by how well they're doing. But what's interesting about this is that we don't just show you an average. We also show you how this bar over here, which is, if a student has the same average as another student, it doesn't necessarily mean that they have the same issues, because one might be getting a lot of things very right and a lot of things very wrong, while another one might just be at that average. So what we try to show you here is that, for example, this student has done one quiz not so great and the other one's pretty well. And then the final thing that we're doing right now is what we call a mastery view. So what this does is that we have broken down the Common Core math curriculum, and we have several activities that are related to these Common Core learning objectives. And as you play more and more activities in Zzish tagged to this content, we're able to calculate a mastery for your students. So you can come here, you can have a look, and you can see what you might need to do again in class. And then you can also find activities that are relevant to that particular topic.
So, Francesco, this system obviously looks like it is a fantastic system to not only keep fun going on in the classroom, but give the teachers that real-world feedback. I got to ask you, those quizzes that you were showing off, how long do you think it took a teacher to actually put something like that together? Is this easy or time-consuming?
Well, we've built a very simple-to-use quiz creation tool called Quizalize, which is what you saw before. But we also have tens of thousands of quizzes that are either made by us, made by our publishing partners, but also made by other teachers as well. So we have anything ranging from from philosophy to mathematics to a bunch of subjects, computing and so on.
So the other thing that's kind of on my mind here is, as I'm looking through here, Zzish obviously has some amazing features. I love the visuals. I love that you're able to see it on other devices. It's something that's inclusive for everybody. I've seen other things on the market that are very similar to this product. Yeah. How do you stand out amongst all of the other formative assessment tools that are out there?
Well, I don't think there's particularly anyone out there who's doing the same things we do, the same way we can access the data in a very easy way, especially also accessing data in real time. So there are other products out there that do, for example, they gamify formative assessments, but none of them track students over time or give you that sort of information that we think it's crucial for teachers to know.
And the last question I want to ask you here is the important one. Where do we find out more information about Zzish and sign up to test drive this?
Yeah, you can go to Zzish.com and sign up. It's totally free as a teacher. You just sign up, and it's very straightforward. Your students add themselves, as I've shown before. So the setup takes a couple of minutes, and then you can add a Quizlet activity, and it's super straightforward. We've been talking to teachers for the last 3.5 years, trying to make this the best tool out there for all the teachers. So.
And you know what? I'm so glad that you just mentioned that, because it is so important out there that ed tech companies like yourself reach out to teachers, use them as a feedback, as a focus group to really, really make and enhance the product for the classroom teacher. Francesco, thank you so much for coming on the show today and sharing Zzish with us. If you, again, check them out, Zzish.com. That's ZZISH. You can, of course, find them on Twitter at Zzish.com, ZZISHCOM. And, of course, we're going to have all the links over here on our show notes page. Find us over on TeacherCast.net. One more time, my friend, thank you so much for coming on the program and sharing Zzish with us. And thank you for making TeacherCast your home for professional development. There's, of course, other great ways that you can reach out and be a part of our show each and every week. We love it when you find us on Twitter at TeacherCast. Email us at feedback@teachercast.net. Leave us a voicemail at teachercast.net/voicemail. And all of our shows are going to be archived over on teachercast.net/iTunes and teachercast.net/YouTube. Thank you so much for spending time with TeacherCast today. Until next time, keep up the great work in your classroom and continue sharing your passions with your students.